Welcome, focused learners, to today's Explainer. If you've ever wondered how a completely unknown startup goes from being, well, utterly invisible to becoming a globally recognized, funded, and thriving enterprise, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're unpacking some absolute gold from MD Joinal Obdin, the CEO of Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TNIB for short. We're going to look closely at the strategic power of business directory listings and how they literally serve as the ultimate bridge between isolation and global market access. Okay, let's dive into this. Why do great products remain unnoticed? It's a universal and, let's be honest, incredibly frustrating reality for entrepreneurs. You can have an outstanding product, you can have a highly skilled team, you can even have competitive pricing and a completely unique value proposition. But what happens if nobody knows you exist? The harsh truth of the modern startup ecosystem is that even the most brilliant solutions are going to struggle to attract customers, suppliers, or investors if they have zero visibility. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the startup visibility problem. Then we'll cover winning investor trust. Next up, going global with exports, followed by smarter marketing cost efficiency. And finally, we'll wrap up with the T&IB directory advantage. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the startup visibility problem. And this brilliantly illustrates the core issue here. In today's hyper-competitive digital economy, being visible, it's no longer a luxury. It's absolutely as crucial as being capable. But startups start out with some pretty severe disadvantages. Established corporations have spent years and usually millions of dollars building their brands. Startups, they're facing limited marketing budgets, tiny customer bases, virtually zero brand recognition, and pretty restricted business networks. They just don't have the luxury of waiting around to be found. Discoverability isn't just a marketing goal. Overcoming these specific hurdles is basically their primary survival challenge.
So how do we actually solve this? Enter the modern business directory listing. And we need to update our mental models here, guys. These are not the static, dusty phone books of the past. A modern directory is a highly organized digital platform. It functions as a digital marketplace, a networking hub, and a discovery tool connecting businesses with global buyers, suppliers, and investors. When someone uses one of these platforms, they are actively searching for solutions. They have strong buying intent. They are there to do business.
Which brings us to section 2, winning investor trust. So the crucial point is funding, right? Let's look at one of the biggest hurdles any startup faces. In business, trust is absolutely the most important factor influencing financial decisions. When an investor hears your startup's name, what's the very first thing they do? They search for you online to verify your legitimacy. They are actively looking for a structured profile. They want clear company information, your specific product and service offerings, business certifications, leadership info, and professional branding complete with high-quality images and videos. A directory listing instantly provides that structured professional presence. Imagine an investor researching your company right this second. As the source material points out, an incomplete digital presence may completely discourage investor interest. Conversely, a well-structured directory profile can massively strengthen those first impressions. It acts as this really powerful credibility signal that literally opens the door to serious investment discussions.
Okay, let's shift gears to section 3, going global with exports. For emerging economies, this is where the real scale happens. Globalization has totally transformed how businesses connect. Global directories act as a vital digital bridge between emerging markets, like Bangladesh, and international buyers who are seeking very specific products. Today, an importer in Europe or an investor in North America doesn't need to hop on a plane and fly across the world. They can directly source products or find partners through a reliable digital directory.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how we can ground this abstract idea into tangible reality using some actual examples from the TNIB directory. Just look at the sheer variety. A European buyer looking for ready-made garments or denim can instantly find exactly what they need in the textile category. An international distributor can source something highly specific, like Mountain Breeze mouth freshener, right under spices and condiments. Or they can connect directly with North Bengal Agro Farms LT under agriculture. The directory makes these highly targeted, cross-border matches possible in an absolute instant. Moving right along to section 4, smarter marketing cost efficiency. Because let's be real, none of this matters if a startup bankrupts itself trying to get noticed. It's essentially a David versus Goliath situation. Traditional advertising, we're talking television, newspaper spreads, billboards, international roadshows. It's incredibly expensive and offers only short, fleeting exposure. It's basically like shouting into a hurricane and just hoping someone hears you.
Directory listings, on the other hand, offer a phenomenally low-cost alternative. They provide continuous SEO exposure, long-term visibility, global reach, and authoritative backlinks. It's an affordable strategy that is literally working for you around the clock. And a massive part of that low-cost value actually comes from search engine optimization. Ranking a brand new startup website organically, that can take months, sometimes even years. But business directory listings provide a massive shortcut. By securing authoritative backlinks, improving search engine indexing, and increasing referral traffic, you're essentially borrowing the directory's domain authority. It broadens your online exposure, drives targeted traffic straight to your digital front door, and basically tells Google, hey, this startup is completely legitimate. Which brings us to our final section, number 5, the TNIB directory advantage. So how do we actually put all of this theory into practice? Well, there are exactly 10 top benefits to getting listed on a platform like the TNIB Business Directory. Beyond just showing up in a random Google search, joining a targeted ecosystem like this gives startups direct access to B2B leads. It provides significantly faster buyer-seller matchmaking, and it means you are easily discoverable by importers, exporters, and investors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You get immediate visibility among verified buyers. Let's move to and see how this builds your actual execution strategy. If you are an entrepreneur watching this right now, here is your actionable playbook to execute an effective listing today. Step 1, write a professional business description that clearly states your value proposition. Step 2, include complete, totally flawless contact information. Step 3, add high-quality images because, trust me, visual content massively drives engagement. Step 4, highlight your competitive advantages. And step 5, always include your website and social links to create multiple pathways for connection. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a really powerful summarizing thought from MD Joynal Abdin. In the digital economy, visibility creates opportunity, and opportunity drives growth. It is a simple linear equation. The businesses that are easiest to find are, almost without fail, the businesses that grow the fastest. A directory listing isn't just some optional marketing tool, it is a fundamental strategic asset. Which leaves us with one final provocative question to ask yourself today. Is your startup ready to be found? If you've been struggling with market recognition, it might be time to stop relying on hope and start leveraging structured strategic visibility. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep building, and make absolutely sure the world knows exactly where to find you.